across him, and left-handers do tend to play at those. Just wide of McCullum, off the pad. So Sri Lanka start their innings with 4-leg byes. First run from the bat, Sri Lanka are 5 without loss. Big appeal. Umpires are moved. All the New Zealanders swear that Chris Martin has just taken his 100th wicket. The umpire doesn't agree.
Umpire's Brian Gerling from South Africa. And it was high up around the glove area. There was a sound on whether it was maybe the back arm, and that's what Jayasuriya is indicating. It's his left arm, his forearm. That may be a fantastic decision early on in this test match.
Nice shot, timed well, and gets to the boundary. Just a little nudge by Jayasuriya, beautifully timed, and off the legs.
Simple boundary, really, and they are quite short, the boundaries here at Jade these days. Just a little punch by Jayasuriya. Bond obviously trying to bowl a ball on about leg stump to then swing across him, but it didn't swing for him, and he's a fine player, Jayasuriya, on his legs.
Edge gone. Typical dismissal by Shane Bond. A ball of fullish length, had to play outside the off stump, edge, and into the safe hands of Stephen Fleming.
Adjusted his line back to off stump, got a bit of swing in the air, and Jayasuriya reaching without any footwork. Comfortable catch to Fleming, and just the start New Zealand wanted. Excellent bowling from Bond as the veteran Jayasuriya goes for 5. It's 11 for 1.
That's not going to be out. Right arm over the wicket to a left-handed batsman. Very, very difficult to get the leg before decision. Either it's pitching outside the leg stump, and if it's pitching on the stumps, generally speaking, it will miss off. Let's see what happened. Pitched outside leg, I think. Things are very edgy here for the Sri Lankans. It's a boundary, but it's not convincing. Bond is causing problems. Taken. Very edgy indeed. And the decision to bat first by Sri Lanka beginning to backfire now. 2 top wickets gone. Bond has got both of them. First of all, Jayasuriya, and now Sangakkara, and it's 17 for 2.
Beautiful bowling. The length is superb, and Sangakkara on the crease again, squared up again, and plenty of success now for New Zealand in this opening half hour. Sinclair takes a good catch again at a good height around the knee height for Sinclair. Sangakkara gone for 4, 17 for 2.
That would have hurt. But of course, with any fast bowler seeing these conditions, there is the danger of getting too excited to feel that, hey, look, things are happening, wickets are falling at the other end, ball is finding the edge, batsmen are playing and missing and being hit.
That's gone over the top as well, deliberately hit, and pretty well timed for 6 over backward point.
This is a shot the Sri Lankans are very good at. We saw a shot by Joe Woodner in the last over, and this again is something that Upul Taranga is just renowned for. He's had a great year of one-day cricket, and I guess it's just a continuation of that.
It was short, it was wide, and I guess that's going to be the Sri Lankan approach. Shane Bond playing his first test here at home. Yeah, he's gone. He's gone, Joe Woodner. That's a brilliant piece of bowling, a brilliant piece of captaincy, and in the end, a very safe catch from said St. James Franklin, who's saying, boy, where did that come from? I only picked it up late. But all of a sudden, Sri Lanka continue on this downhill slide, 3 down cheaply.
Yeah, it all looked a little bit tame there. He just helped it on its way. He almost scooped that around the corner, and there was no power on it at all. Hit very high up on the bat, and just, it was a comfortable catch there in the end for James Franklin.
I just look at James Franklin's position down there too and think, was he still making his way back? In the end, as this bloke is, Jay Warden has gone for 8, 37 for 3. That'll run away by accident down to third man for 4, and that's really the only area that Sri Lanka are collecting at the moment. They've got 41 runs, but they'll wonder how, and they'll now wonder why they're actually batting. Lovely shot for 4. Shot of the morning. It's 45 for 3. Oh boy, that's, has Matthew Sinclair got a little hand on that? I'm not sure. It did fly high and wide to the right. It's always a bit of a telltale sign when you look at the fingers, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, this is the ability he has. I think we'll see that the batsman here was off the ball, which means that his balance isn't into the ball. He's leaning back a little bit, which means that you've got no control over where the ball goes, and that brings those slips into play. If you're only 125 to 130, that doesn't tend to happen. And the guys who can bowl at this speed, they just give you that extra little bit to help you win.
That's worth a yell. That's him on the back pad. Big shout. Doesn't impress. Tillful. Good end of the over. 61 for 3.
Now that didn't hit something. I don't know.
Question here is, Smithy, is when will this pitch begin to ease out? Because it is helping the fast ball. There's no question about it. The ball is darting around. When can the Sri Lankans feel that there'll be some relief? $65 for 3. I don't think I've seen a session of cricket as we've seen in the last half an hour where the batsmen have played and missed quite as much as they have here. Was the case from the beginning, but in the last half an hour more especially.
That's well played, kept down, and it'll get under Matthew Sinclair and probably go for 4. It will.
When he does get the bat on it, comes off a thick inside edge into the pad.
What he can do is swing the ball both ways. Now, they were both outswingers. That last one was an exceptionally good leave from Kapagedara. That's a better shot. That's a much more forceful blow for 4, and certainly Kapagedara was in charge of that one.
That'll make him feel a lot better. He's been in all sorts of trouble through this innings, but when a bad ball comes along, he's put it away. Too short. Not any real pace from Oram. Well put away for a boundary. And they've seen it through. So Sri Lanka, having won the toss, Jayawardene chose to bat. It's been difficult. Conditions have favoured the bowlers. Bond has struck 3 times. Any one of the others could have had wickets aplenty, but they haven't fallen since the dismissal of Mahela Jayawardene, and Sri Lanka go through to lunch on the opening day of the Test series. 77 for 3.
Short ball to start from Shane Bond.
Well, wide of Gallion away to the fence for 4, chancing his arm. Taranga. Jamie Howe was the man who may have got a fingertip to it. 3rd boundary for Taranga.
Chance here. No, a little bit slow. Good running and a dive at the end from Kapakadera. Just a little slow off the mark. Craig Cumming, I think it was, didn't really let the ball go how he wanted to.
God, what a catch! Jamie Howe has got good hands, and that is a good blow. Short outside the off stump. And Tauranga wanted a bit of it, but he's hit it straight to Howe and is gone.
Yes, James Franklin, a little bit tight, I think, to cut for Upal Tauranga. Jamie Howe, he does have a superb set of hands. A little juggle there, I think. But Tauranga is on his way. Jamie Howe takes the catch. James Franklin gets the wicket. It's 87 for 4. Tauranga's gone for 33.
A loose stroke there from Kapakadera. They put on a good partnership, 50 for the 4th wicket. He's bowled him. He hasn't got off the mark on debut here as Franklin comes up with a ripper. Absolute beauty.
Yes, looked like a little inside edge from Silva. Franklin just getting that to come back a little bit. No, none at all. Just straight back, straight through the gate. Off stump, gone. Silva out for naught. All those runs in Otago count for nothing here today. James Franklin, a happy man. He picks up another one. Jamira Silva is gone. It's 87 for 5. Super shot through the covers. That'll be 4 runs. Jai Wardener looking good. Over toss from Shane Bond through the covers for 4. That's 94 for 5.
Over the head of point. Goes for 4. Through the bat, had it. And cleared point by some distance. So goes for another boundary. Gone again. Hammered it this time. That's a more authentic shot than the previous one. Result the same. So a couple of boundaries of successive balls from Franklin, raising the 100 for Sri Lanka.
More authority in this stroke. Slightly fuller, slightly closer to him, and he's controlled that much better. Hand speed, quite outstanding. He's hit this underneath his eyes, and that's why he was able to control this one and raced away for 4. With the yell, who was held back this one, deceived him. The lack of pace, played all over the top of it. Not out, and over. 102 for 5. Just looked like it was held back a little bit. Bit the gap. Was there too much bounce? Could have been a bit of bat in it as well. There was certainly doubt in the umpire's mind, and he decided that there was too much on that occasion. Very high. Could have been going over the top. Oh, that's a good shot.
Well, he's had a couple of boundaries in the last over of Franklin off the front foot. Now he's gone back and hit that square. Close, very close. Closer than that, misjudgment. Now Franklin picks up his 3rd wicket, joins Bond on 3 each, and Sri Lanka already tottering now, 106 for 6. And good revenge here for Franklin, who has just been hit for 3 4s and now gets the leg before decision.
This time misjudging the line. That one swinging back. It wasn't the ball going across, which Franklin had used quite often. This one was fuller. It swung back, and that is dead. Kapakadera out for 37. It's 106 for 6.
And is greeted by a vicious bouncer from Franklin. Franklin has picked up the 3 wickets that have fallen since the lunch break. Sri Lanka, in conditions, ironically, which are certainly better for batting than they were before lunch, have now lost 3 wickets in the space of 3/4 of an hour after the break. Edge just short. I'm sure you would have worked that out already, that those were 252 runs at an average of 63. Doesn't look as if he's going to average 63 here somehow.
That's right. Good stride in. Could have been outside the line of off stump. A lot of movement there and a good stride, and so with that amount of movement, always hard for the umpire to say whether that would have hit the stumps for sure.
And that's an edge. What a great take. Yes, it is too. McCullum pulls off a screamer with Oram. First ball after the drinks break. It was a magnificent wicket-keeping catch, anticipating, going low to his right, and Sri Lanka now lose their 7th.
Well, Chaminda Vaas doesn't look overly amused about this. But, well, who's hard to say with that one, but a great take. Brendan McCullum, absolutely outstanding. First ball after drinks. We're looking to just get into his work. It's come down the leg side. McCullum's dived away to his right, taking it very well. Chaminda Vaas is on his way. Whether he likes it or not, he is out for 4, and it's 110 for 7.
It's nicely timed away, and that, in fact, will go for 4. Gee, that was sweet, wasn't it? Just didn't carry through to Jamie Howard. Got a good pair of hands there. Third slip. Edge. Oh, that's a great catch, and that's 100 wickets for Chris Martin. Jamie Howard very much a part of the process, but look at that. Chris Martin is delighted. It's taken a while to come today, but he will treasure it.
Absolutely outstanding. Congratulations, Chris Martin. 100 test match wickets. Jamie Howe, we've talked about how safe his hands are. This is a superb slip catch. It's a very good slip catch. It's low, it's away to his left. Chris Martin produced the delivery. Jamie Howe did the rest for him. Jaya Wardner is out for 7. It's 121 for 8.
Oh, there's a big shot here. All of them have gone up. And they're asking for a caught behind off the glove. McCullum adamant. And Simon Torfel not so. Now, where's that gone? What a good stroke. He set himself to play that shot quite early in the piece. Saw it was short. Shifted the hip out of the way and just volleyed it into the stand. This time edged. Oh, good catch, Fleming. Whoa, had to move a little bit to his left, and that was flying. And Oram picks up wicket number 2.
He's got the best hands in the business there, and he seems to take those with ease. I stand there at second slip a lot, and you just wonder how it just makes it look so easy. And they're straight into the middle.
This Black Caps fielding performance continues. Outstanding Fleming there as Maharoof goes for 15. Sri Lanka 132 for 9. He hit it straight up in the air, and he could be caught here. He should be caught, and he is, and it's no, he's dropped it. Can you believe it? It just looked a comfortable catch, and we're behind Shane Bond up here in the Hadley stand, and then all of a sudden the ball spins out. That's quite astonishing. Up she goes. Who's under it? Call of mine. It's Jimmy Franklin. No, that's gone down. It's Bond again. You're joking.
And
he's gone this time. He's just punched it nicely to Astle, and Martin finally picks up the wicket he should have got about 10 minutes ago and about 20 runs ago. So Sri Lanka are all out now for 154. No problems there for Nathan Astle. And a disappointing innings from Sri Lanka comes to an end despite a nice flurry from Murali. Yeah, should have probably gone for it, and he might have hit it for 6. He's just pushed it up there to Astle, takes the catch. Martin picks up his second, and he's deserved that. So Murali gone for 14, and Sri Lanka now all out, 154.
Well, only 2 innings of note there. Taranga 33 and Kapagedera 37. The Sri Lankans really needed to apply themselves a little bit better, having elected to bat first on a pitch that was always going to offer a little bit of seam movement. 154 all out then. New Zealand's bowlers, the wicket shared amongst the top 4 frontline seamers. 3 for 43 Bond, 2 for 37 Martin. Franklin got some swing, 3 for 30, Oram 2 for 30, and just a solitary over from Nathan Astle.
Chaminda Vaas will open the bowling for the Sri Lankans. And straight away a little bit of swing, which he does get, but perhaps not at the same pace that he used to. That one only 121.7 Ks. It's close-ish, but perhaps just heading a little leg side for Simon Tauful's money. But Craig Cumming, who has had LBW problems in the past, just exposed a little early again.
Yeah, here we say normally he gets himself his front foot going right across, but here, you know, if anything, maybe a little bit of height as well has saved him. And you've just got to have in the back of your mind that that's the exact way that, or the mode of dismissal that Chaminda Vaas is trying to get.
Right on the money, and Craig Cumming is underway. He'll get a couple here. The innings ticking over. That's close. Mighty close. In fact, it's absolutely dead, and Jamie Howe is on his way. It was full and very, very straight indeed. So wickets continue to fall here.
Yeah, this is great bowling from Malinga, nice and straight. Just if anything, a little bit of a hint away, and it just hits Jamie Howe on the crease, and I don't think there was too much decision going on there for Brian Gerling. That was an easy decision.
Jamie Howe goes for a duck, and it's 3 for 1. Oh, that's a beauty. Well, what a start for Lasith Malinga. A wicket in his first over, troubling everybody. 4 for 1. Oh, boy. A no ball. So Craig Cumming has a life. It was a good early call. There was no doubt about it. The Sri Lankans behind the wicket, I don't think, heard it, but it was certainly very audible. But it had Craig Cumming.
I'm not too sure there's much you could have done here. This did look a very, very useful delivery, and when you're bowling at 90 mile an hour with a bit of a way swing, you've really got to know where you are, where your off stump is, and Craig Cumming, I think, really did have to play at that.
That's Sinclair, very controlled through extra cover. That's a beautifully timed shot without too much effort at all.
That's certainly the strength of Matthew Sinclair, and I think if he spends another hour or two out there, we'll just see a flurry of boundaries through that region. It's his bread and butter, if you like, and if he keeps this up, New Zealand will go a long way towards getting that 154.
I won't give that to Simon Tauful, but what they're saying is, even though there was bat involved, it was pad first.
This is classic Chaminda Vaas here. We'll see a good seam coming back in, and the thing that saved Craig Cumming there was the good stride he managed to get down the wicket to put some doubt into Simon Tauful's mind.
Good shot. Really good shot. A big stride into it. Well timed. That's close. I think that will be called not out. Boy, I'm glad I don't umpire. I'd given that from up here.
I'd say that Matthew Sinclair's pretty happy you don't umpire as well, Rig. Let's have another look at this. That's a good shout. Maybe it seemed a little too much. Watch the ball to seam back. Height, maybe. Enough doubt, obviously, for umpire Durling. Enough doubt to say not out.
Oh, that's not a great piece of fielding. That's no way to help out your bowler. And Cumming will help himself to a relatively soft boundary there.
Yes, that's not good. Murali-Durran. Yes. Might have 600 odd test wickets, but you got to help your mate out a little bit when you can.
Oh, this is good placement. Short boundary square. That'll go for 4.
And that's a fine shot. Lovely way to resume play after the drinks break. Half volley and driven with plenty of confidence and flourish through the covers for 4.
Yeah, that's a beautiful shot there from Craig Cumming, and these two are just looking increasingly secure out there in the middle and setting this strong New Zealand batting order a bit of a platform. And if they can just now see out till stumps, it's a great opportunity to kick on.
Short and pulled away. Really put the bat to that. Got it away for 4. Vicious cut shot. 50 partnership between the two now. Good shot by Sinclair. Sends New Zealand up to 53 for 1, and they're becoming more and more dominant now. Long chase, but he won't get that. Just got enough bat onto it to get 4.
Come on, boys, come on! Yeah, the indications earlier are that if Matthew Sinclair's looking to score, it will be through that sweep shot. And whilst it wouldn't have come out of the middle of the bat, it was still good to see that he's looking to score, and he's been aggressive in his own way.
Nicely timed by Sinclair. Beautifully timed, in fact, and that's gone away for 4. Gee, he just punched that. He just looked to find the gap and picked up a boundary instead. 70 for 1. That was the Doystrip, and Cumming let it go, but the interest by the wicketkeeper.
Well, I won't say there was a huge amount of confidence about it, and that's the reason why, because he's clearly back. But he was deceived initially, Craig Cumming, but he did the right thing. He pulled out his shot and got back home in a hurry. So there's no doubt that he's back. So little Prasanna Jayawardene won't have a stumping to put alongside his statistics.
Oh, brilliant! Oh, brilliant! What a good bit of bowling from Vass, and the catch was there as well. The feet stopped moving for Sinclair. I was just about to say the back foot stopped moving. He wasn't getting in line with the ball, and this time he's edged and he's caught behind.
Great catch. A really tough catch, because really that's going away from him. It's going down. He's got a slip, but he's all so wide it's never going to go to the slip. He has to commit himself. And Prasanna Jayawardene can feel mighty satisfied with that piece of wicket-keeping work. Matthew Sinclair's start is cut off in its prime, really, at 73 for 2.
Bit high.
But it turned, didn't it? It did turn off the straight, and we were only in the first afternoon. That's why Mahela Jayawardene decided to bat this morning. He hoped that they'd get through it, and this fellow would be the trump card.
Fleming off the mark. In control of that as he got forward and over the ball. Nudged it down to third man. Oh, and the quicker ball caught him on the crease. 91 Ks, ripping past the outside edge.
That's the natural defensive mechanism to thrust the pad at it. Left-hander. This one looked like it was pitching outside leg. Top spinner.
long way forward. he waited for Vas to finish the appeal. Let him exhale all the way and then say not out.
It's a good stride by Cumming. The ball was swinging back, but always doubt there.
Nice shot. Neatly timed off the hip and goes for 4. Oh, a nice shot, really nicer shot in that it's gone for a boundary. 84 for 2.
Tough morning session for Sri Lanka because they really lost all 3 sessions yesterday. They've got to get into this match by winning this first session, and that means really the first hour here, and the only way to do that is to pick up wickets.
That's a good first run. Had to hurry to get through, and in fact the cover fielder didn't pick it up cleanly, but it was well taken. Even if it was picked up, Cumming would have got there quite comfortably in the end.
And that's the problem, is if you get forced back by Malinga and you get stuck on the crease, then you can go the way that Jamie Howard did yesterday, which is to be trapped LBW. See how he's coming out quite low out of the umpire, and it skids on. You've got to keep forward until you're forced back, and that's a delivery that Cumming will have to reflect on.
He is lively, Malinga, and aggressive. He's not a big fellow, Malinga, but he does have pace and he does have aggression. That's a beauty. That's a real beauty. Search for it, couldn't find it. 88 for 2. And just looking for this ball from Muralitharan.
Lovely bowling from Murali. Fleming will look to play Murali with the bat out in front of the pad. And if it turns past the width of the bat, so be it. Now, there's a good shout. That looks pretty close. Just sliding down leg. Can it be the only verdict by Jerling? But it looked pretty good.
Yeah, I think you got it right. Heading down leg, there's the movement. Not by much, but by sufficient to influence Brand Jerling to answer the appeal in the negative. That's a good shot as well. Jerling once more for the second time in the over says what he just said, not out. Now, will this pitch outside leg?
Not sure. I think it pitches on middle and goes down to miss leg. So a good decision again, and Fleming not able to catch up with it because of the cut back in. You see, he played with a pretty straight bat, but the straight bat wasn't able to counter the movement off the deck. A little bit high, and enough doubt again for Jerling. So good bowling, but no reward yet. Malinga needs to stay patient, but to keep bowling aggressively.
Will he pull it back? Just shorter boundary there. That's a beauty. Not reading it.
Well, it'll be interesting to look at the Doistra. Just hitting him outside the line of off stump. May have just gone past off stump, but this is where he becomes a leg spinner. Good bouncer. Fleming kept a good body position though, and even though he took it on the body, that's what you got to do from time to time.
Chris Doig would have been proud of that yell. No one else supported him. Clearly heading down leg side.
That's what you got to do, and that's a good shot from Stephen Fleming. Just a mistake from Murley in terms of his length, and Simon Taufel thinks he's had it confirmed it's a boundary, but it was beautifully struck.
Yes, short from Muralitharan. First time we've seen that this morning. Fleming just rocked back, pulled it away through mid-wicket. He's been looking for something. You can see Stephen Fleming just getting a little frustrated, biding his time, looking for that ball that's over-tossed or just short. He's found the short one and put it away. A little bit of excitement here. Sri Lankan camp straight off the front pad.
That's pitched a mile outside leg stump. It's not even an issue for Simon Taufel. Didn't even consider that for a second. Once the pitch is there, it can't be out.
Well, this will be the proof. It's 4 inches, 5 inches outside.
Well, it's full, but it's not straight enough. It's beautifully bowled again. It was absolutely outstanding in terms of everything but about a couple of inches in terms of getting off over towards the line of the stumps, because it just beat Craig Cumming all ends up for its accuracy in terms of length.
Yes, good pace. The length was fantastic, but just too far down leg side. Missing leg stump by a good few inches there. Craig Cumming. Again, they just struggle to pick Malinga up when it's very full or even when it's very short.
Straight through the legs. Craig Cumming looking to hit way too square there. And Murley with the Dusra, he may have thought it was the off spinner, but it certainly wasn't. He's gone round the wicket and he's opened up Craig Cumming like a can of beans.
Well, Craig Cumming got very square on here, looking to hit the ball through the leg side. You'll see it here, very square on. It's just squeezed through between the thighs, cannoned onto the stumps. Murley and the Sri Lankans very happy with that. Craig Cumming departs after a good effort. 43, New Zealand 106 for 3.
Now then, this is interesting because Astle has actually hit this, but did it clip his pad first? There were two noises. Did it clip his front pad? Because there was half a shout for LBW.
We'll take a look at it now. It's the off spinner. Yes, hit his back pad first, and then he's hit the ball. Well, technically could have been given. I'm not sure it was going on definitely to hit off stump, but it was very, very close.
That's pitched on, and Taufel gives him, yeah. Simon Taufel says that's going on to hit, and Nathan Astle, his stay is a very short one. The ball before, trying to cut an off spinner, flicked his pad, he got away with it, and then pushing down the line and missing the ball. And Murley has got the Sri Lankans back in this game, and give me the phone number, I'll take the 12s.
Yes, well, pitched on and hitting. Doesn't matter what sort of stride you get in there, that ball is just hitting middle and leg stump. It's out. Nathan Astle on his way. Murley's ecstatic, and he is starting to spin a web. Astle for 2, New Zealand 108 for 4.
Flicked away in the air, now straight to the man in front of square on the leg side. Oram can't get started. Sri Lanka, they're back in this game big time.
This is a disappointing dismissal for New Zealand. This is just chipped up through to mid-wicket there, and an easy catch taken by one of the Sri Lankans. This really does put New Zealand under pressure now. This is not the start they would have wanted this morning, and Sri Lanka very much back in this match. As we see Jacob Oram on his way for one, New Zealand are 1-1-3 for 5.
6 down, and Sri Lanka are getting in amongst the New Zealand middle order.
This is turning into a disaster now for New Zealand. A very tentative shot from Brendan McCullum. He's just hung the bat out there and pays the price with a big inside edge back onto his stumps.
In two minds, caught in two minds, didn't know whether to play it, didn't know whether to let it go, and in the end all he could do was get the inside edge onto the stumps. He's gone for naught, bowled by Vass. It's 113 for 6. Oh, good shot. First real shot of authority for some time by Captain Stephen Fleming. Oh, that one's off the edge. May run away for 4. It will. A little bit fluky, a little bit risky, but New Zealand will take those runs right now.
Very streaky shot here from Vettori. Slip fielder there had no chance. That's going to race past him.
Have to scamper. Safely home. Has that come back enough? Always risky letting the ball go. You tend to give away the benefit of the doubt. Just not coming back enough on that occasion.
You talked earlier, Mark, about how Chaminda Vass is looking to get Stephen Fleming out, and you suggested that hitting him on the pads in front was what he's looking to do. As we see Stephen Fleming pad up here, I can't see that coming back enough to hit the off stump. And a good decision there from Brian Gerling.
That's solid. That is a lovely cricket stroke. Oh, that's a beauty. That one was held back, just deceived in the flight. 131 for 6.
This game is very much in the balance. I think a little bit of inside edge. And the doubt goes to the batsman. Vettori just playing a little across the line, and there you see him trying to play more straighter as he practiced after the event.
Well, let's just have a look at this, because Vass he's really upset now. He thought he had him. He thought he had him. It hit him in line. But Ryan Gerling at the moment has been unmoved, and he's been under some sort of pressure from both Malinga and Vass this morning. Tory will play in an orthodox fashion. That's a wonderful sweep shot, because he got to the pitch of the ball, and regardless of which way it was turning, he nullified that. Oh, that's close. That is close. Just pitching outside leg stump, but going on to hit again. 145 for 6.
Skytrack, yep. Bang on, Smithy. Pitching outside, so it's not out, no matter what the ball is doing. Beautiful bowling. And Vettori didn't know about that one. He quickly looked behind to see if it had carried to anyone in the slips cordon, and to his relief, it had run away to the boundary. Oh, no! Unbelievable.
Stephen Fleming's at the other end. He can't believe that that missed. He put his hand up to his eyes. Honestly, that's as close as it gets without hitting him. Vittori's going to ask him about it.
Well, looking at the big screen now, and Vettori, he's not looking there, but he's looking up at the replay, and that's a coat of paint. It's an old cliche, but that's the best way to describe it. Boy. Oh, that swung, but I think that's going down. That swung too much. Unfortunately for Malinga, what a delivery Beautiful line and length and pace.
Oh, that's brilliant bowling. I mean, he's only a fraction out of, and you're right, it is just missing leg stump. But the plan, look how far Vittoria's back, as if to self to give him some time to read the late swing.
Good shout again. This one pitching on around leg stump, but Fleming well forward.
I think when Sri Lanka started this morning, Tony, only 2 New Zealand wickets down, halfway almost to the total. Well, they were over halfway to the Sri Lankan total. They would have accepted bowling New Zealand out with a lead of maybe 80, 90, 100. They have a prime opportunity now to restrict that lead to 20, 30, 40 if they bowl well.
You're not going to get that one either.
Not out.
He waits a long time, Brian Jerling, for all the appealing to end before he says not out. Pitched on line, heading down the leg side. Just past slip. Wouldn't have carried to him and was wide as well, but certainly the outside edge found, probing at it.
It's gone very quickly. The second one that's gone very quickly.
Tell you what, this is a fiery spell from Malinga here. He's bowling quick, he's bowling with aggression and hostility. That's a good shot. That's all timing and placement. Using the pace of the ball. Oh, that's slick. Very slick by the keeper. Well home. Umpires now will just have a look on the replay to find out if this ball was saved by the fielder without touching the rope. And I think you'll find that's 4. Now he knows he shouldn't have done that.
That could be close. He's been a lot turned down by Simon Taufel with those LBW shouts, pitching there or thereabouts around leg stump.
I think this here is the reason why he continues to bowl over the wicket, that he fancies his chances of bowling the top spin of the Doosra and getting an LBW, pitching it in line and straightening. This is fine enough. This could run away. This is a good chase down to the boundary. And that's a welcome boundary for the New Zealanders.
Yes, a rare loose delivery from Murali. Pitching outside leg and not turning back at all. And Vittori is nicely positioned. He kept still over the stroke.
This one's in the air, not very well controlled. Oh, very nearly a great catch. Vittori gets away with it.
And there's another quick single. And Vittori had to dive because he sensed danger. Interesting to see. Oh, that's a bad sign. A risky single, and sensing he was going to be short, had to dive for his ground, but in the process may have done his right shoulder.
So he's just got it, just rolled underneath the body there, hasn't it? This one's in the air and over the top. Away for 4. Up they go again. And no, again, is the answer.
Skytrack, good delivery, pitching on, possibly going on past the off stump, but Simon Taufel clearly Not interested in any of these shouts over the wicket. It requires really Murali to change his tack now. He's not going to get an LBW. And he's much better. That one pitching outside leg anyway, but he's much better coming around the wicket for a couple of overs.
Edge, and the battle is over. Just as we say it, Sri Lanka have struck again. The break has done them the world of good. You little beauty was the call as Maharoof has broken it. They've taken one in the slip cord, and it was Sangakkara, and it's 188 for 7.
Good catch, Kumar Sangakkara. Stephen Fleming perhaps just a little close to cut. Looked to get it away through that point region. Outside edge, very good catch, similar to Jamie Howes for the New Zealand innings. Sangakkara takes it. Fleming is on his way. He's out for 48, and it's 188 for 7.
I don't think it was 7. That's close. That is close. He's got to give that because he got in closer. He got in closer and he didn't get the Dusra, James Franklin. He got in a lot closer to the stumps, maybe 1.5 feet, 2 feet. And that is the difference here, Simon. The angle of the arm is a lot closer. He turns it back, and Taufel saying that's going to hit middle and off.
Yes, and I think Simon Taufel is right. It's pitched around about middle. It's straightened. It was the Dusra. James Franklin failed to pick it. He's out for naught. New Zealand 190 for 8.
It's outside the line of off stump. Shane Bond has had enough of sitting there watching, thinking, I can't block it. I might as well hit him. 190 for 8. Yeah. 50 for Daniel Vettori. One of his most valuable, and he has scored plenty of them.
Yes, very well played, Daniel Vettori. Came in at a crucial time when New Zealand had lost 4 for 7. Joined as skipper Stephen Fleming. Put on 75 with him. And now he has 50 for himself. Very good innings. Well played.
In the air. It's landing safely, is it? Yes, it is. A valiant effort by the man at wide mid-on. And Vittoria, it seems, is one of his best teasing moods. Well, that's beautifully placed. Oh, that's all about the timing and the placement. Oh, that's beautifully hit. Here's Murali around the wicket. Oh, that's close. That is also close, yes. He's given that one, Taufel. Murali's going to get a lot of these because he's bowling with such accuracy. And that was angling across Bond, but it was pitching on off and turned back in. And it was close enough.
Yes, this one from Murali. Pitches right on middle stump, straightened, would have hit leg stump. Shane Bond playing across the line. Murali's got another one. 4 for him now. Shane Bond is on his way. He's out for 1 in New Zealand, 206 for 9.
He survives the over. 206 for 9. Lead is 52.
This must have been very close as well. Murali pitching on and straightening. The only thing I can think of is the height there that saved him. I'm not too sure.
In the air and taken. So Muralitharan does not get another 5-wicket haul. The last wicket is that of Vettori. And Chris Martin finds himself stranded, not out. And a fine innings by Vettori ended with the number 11 in with him.
A bit of a hiding to nothing here, Daniel Vettori. He knew that with Chris Martin at the wicket and New Zealand's last wicket there as well, he had to try and push on and score as many as he could. And unfortunately, he lost all shape there and just popped a nice easy catch up for Jayawardene.
Yeah, he'll feel disappointed at getting out.
Well, New Zealand bowled out for 206. I think they'll have been disappointed with that. They were 85 for 2 at the end of day one, and it was down really to Daniel Vettori that they got up past 200. Decent innings from Cumming, 43, Sinclair 36 and Fleming 48. The Sri Lankans will have been pleased to get New Zealand out for 206. Murali again leading the way, 4 for 65 from 34 overs and 7 maidens. 3 wickets to Chaminda Vas, 2 for Malinga, who bowled very quickly and I thought was perhaps the most effective bowler in their ranks. Maharoof, the solitary wicket. State of play then after an innings each. New Zealand leading by 52 runs.
With the first ball of the Sri Lankan second innings, Saranga is the batsman.
37.
That might be off the thigh guard. I think it will be signal leg byes, and 4 of them. So 4 leg byes signalled, ball down the leg side from Martin. That's a cut shot for 6. That's Sanath Jayasuriya trademark, an absolute trademark Sanath Jayasuriya shot.
That's a beautiful shot there, Sanath Jayasuriya. That man's placed back on the boundary just for that shot, but it's a very small boundary here, and that went sailing over his head.
Now is that out? If he's touching it, is. What an unfortunate way. They're sure. They're absolutely certain. And it certainly looked out. He said he touched it, and it looked it.
This will be an interesting replay here. Oh, that looks out. Unfortunately, that'll be a very disappointing dismissal for Jayasuriya.
I think he's walking off. I think he knows he's gone. What a way to go. That would happen in a career, perhaps. For some players, never. That is an unfortunate way to be out. Just touched back into the stumps. He's backing up. And no question that the decision on the super screen is going to say OUT out. There it is.
As Jayasuriya leaves for 10, Sri Lanka 18 for 1.
Lovely shot, tremendous off drive, played to perfection.
That's in the air. Didn't hit that one, didn't time that and hit it where he wanted, but he'll pick up 4 nonetheless. And that's it. He's got that ball he wanted. Fleming takes it on the second occasion. Simon Dool, you've worked a treat.
Absolutely outstanding. One more ball for Shane Bond. That's all he needed. Picked it up. Stephen Fleming, that is a very, very good catch. It's flown away off the blade of Upul Taranga. Really has flown high. Any other man wouldn't have reached that. Stephen Fleming, look at that. Outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. Leading from the front, the skipper. Just got it in the end of those big, long fingers. Taranga's on his way. He's out for 24. Sri Lanka 44 for 2.
Edge taken by Fleming again. Franklin's got 1. New Zealand has 3.
Well, Mahela Jayawardene, he will be disappointed. This is a wide ball. He's gone at it. Got the edge. It's too wide. The feet haven't gone anywhere near it. Stephen Fleming, such good hands. Got 2 to that one initially and then pouched it in the right. He is a superb slip fieldsman. The Black Caps very happy. Sri Lankan skipper gone for naught. It's 45 for 3.
Got him. Easy catch for the other big man. Autumn this time sucks in an easy catch. And Kafagadera's gone. Bond getting one to lift and spit up into the splice of Kapagadera. 4 down now, Sri Lanka.
We see the replay here. Stephen Fleming gave Shane Bond one extra over, and it's been a predominantly short ball attack at Kapagadera, and we see him just fending one off there to Gully, and Jacob Oram, who's a very, very good Gully fieldsman, takes an easy catch. So the fourth batsman go. Chimera Kapagadera goes for 1, and it's 46 for 4. Oh, this is in the air. Where's it gone? He got it! He's out for a pair. Brilliant slower ball. Deceiving Silva. And that is a stunner as Vittori takes the easy catch. Absolute disaster here for Sri Lanka. They're now 5 down, still 6 runs behind. And Shane Bond, who's been working over the last 6 months of that slower ball, he sees that hard work pay off here as he dismisses Silva for a duck, and Daniel Vittori with an easy catch also. As Sri Lanka are 46 for 5.
And a good stroke from Sangakkara will pick up 4.
And gets away. And that'll run away perhaps for 4 down to a short boundary at will. Oh, just gets away and down to the fence for 4. It's out. Actually, yes. So while Damien Martin is retiring, so too is Jay Wardner run out. And how bad is that? How bad is that in that situation?
Oh, an unnecessary wicket. A run out in this situation, just not needed. The run was never on. He's not even in the frame. Look at that, out by a yard. Silly piece of cricket. A good piece of cricket from Bond, who's picked up and thrown in the same motion and thrown the stumps down. But an unnecessary dismissal, and Jay Wardner is on his way. He's out for 11. It's 74 for 6.
Cracking shot. What a beauty when you're under siege. Pull out a cover drive like that. Terrific stuff, Sangakkara.
Is out early. Good delivery, Jacob Oram.
Here we see the delivery for an Oram, just nipping back on him, and Chaminda Vaas, an inside edge there. And Simon Torfel put that finger up very quickly. It was a straightforward decision there. As Chaminda Vaas departs for a duck. Sri Lanka 80 for 7.
Pulled that one away. It'll go all the way. It's down. It's beaten the man at fine leg.
Gone! Beautiful bowling from Bond. Fast and down the channel, getting the outside edge, and Maharoof is now gone.
That is the meaning of a high-quality fast bowler. He's been brought back specifically to do this, to remove a batsman, Maharoof, low in the order but looking very competent, and he finds the outside edge. He's taken only 5 deliveries to do what the captain wanted him to do. Maharoof goes for 7, 99 for 8, and now only Malinga and Muratharan left with Sangakkara. That's clobbered. That is hit very hard by Sangakkara. Lofting Vittori over wide, long on. Good positive shot by Sangakkara.
And a very good half century. He's been the shining light for Sri Lanka in both innings, really, because he's played with authority.
That's hammered back past the bowler. Came back like a rocket from a gun. That's a good pull shot. He has been very, very strong on that pull shot.
Down the wicket, a big heave there, and it's found the gap as well. Not timed brilliantly. Bit of a chase down. Maybe the moisture will slow it down. It won't. It'll go for 4. That's out this time. The left arm is angled. Didn't bring the edge of the bat into play. Franklin's got the breakthrough. It smiles again for the New Zealand camp, rather than frowns.
All about the length. For me, the line is important, obviously, but the length is the key here. It's an awkward length. It's one he really should look to get forward to, but he doesn't, Malinga. He's hovering on that back foot thinking, well, they're peppering me with short stuff. And he just dangles it out there. He doesn't really get across to and in behind the ball. So getting the ball fuller and trying to threaten the stumps was the key. And there you go. The outside edge that Bond is looking for, Franklin ended up with. Malinga, a long duck, but still a duck. 143 for 9.
Oh, super shot down the ground. He's hit that very hard. That'll go away for 4. Lovely shot, Sangakkara. He's gone after that one. It's half a dozen. Up into the grandstand. 6 to finish the over from Shane Bond. He's laid back, back cut it over third man for 6. Sangakkara moves to 95. It's 157 for 9.
We've seen a few of these shots already in this match, mainly from Jayasuriya and Taranga, but that's a beautiful uppercut, if you like, and that's sailed well over the boundary at third man.
Fuller through the gap though. Murali will pick up more runs here. Down through third man. That'll run away for 4. Well, there it is. Kumar Sangakkara tucks it away to fine leg. A test century for him. Very well played. He moves through to 100. The Sri Lankan team are happy. Well, has he? Maybe not for Kumar Sangakkara. Murali has left his crease. There's drama here at Christchurch. The run will not count. Murali's left his crease to congratulate him. Brendan McCullum's taken the bails off. He's been given. He's gone. Sangakkara stranded on 99. Murali has had a brain explosion. He's been given out, and Sangakkara is not happy at all. Scott Styris, what do you make of that?
You know, I've actually seen this before, about 12 months ago in Zimbabwe. We did the same thing. Well, the New Zealand side did the same thing. Number 11 came back to celebrate his batting partner's personal milestone. But as Murali did touch down there, that is a century to Kumar Sangakkara.
Well, look at that innings from Kumar Sangakkara. Not out 100 out of 170. An absolutely brilliant performance. He alone has hardly looked in trouble on this pitch at the Jade Stadium. And he shepherded the tail quite beautifully. They were 99 for 8 at one stage, Sri Lanka, finally getting through to 170, with Malinga making a really long naught, an effective innings nonetheless. And Murali run out in controversial circumstances to end the innings. Bond was good in the early part of the innings, 4 for 63, didn't bowl particularly well latterly. Franklin 2 for 34 and Oram 1 for 19. So that's the state of the game. New Zealand very much on top here, requiring just 119 runs to win.
And here's the first ball of the innings.
That's a good delivery.
The innings is underway for New Zealand with a no ball.
Yes.
Have to scamper. It was well picked up, but well run in the end. In fact, I think had that been a direct hit, Cumming would have still been home. Edge, no ball. It's a replay almost of the first innings for Cumming. He's got away with another one. And he doesn't know just yet. He's standing about 10 yards off. And he's coming back, my goodness.
And I'll tell you what, if he had been walking off in a different direction to where maybe a dressing room used to be here at Lancaster Park 10 years ago, he could have been run out. And I don't think Sri Lanka would have called him back either. He happened to be walking behind square because that's the direction of the dressing room. No ball. Good pace from Malinga, good enough to clear everyone, including the wicketkeeper, and a through for 4 wides. Good stroke, mighty cut. Saw a wide delivery. So Cumming is really making them pay.
It's gone for this one. And he's got it fine enough. It was off the gloves. I don't think it was well controlled. There's a man there catching round the corner. It beat him, went too fine for him, and also beat the man running around the boundary. Positive start.
That's a loose delivery and a good stroke. He stepped into that, didn't he? He stepped in and said, I'll have it.
Yeah, well done, Craig Cumming. The threat comes on. There's always the tendency to be a bit negative, to get a little bit looking to defend only, and you can miss out on these opportunities, but not Craig Cumming there. Boom. One step, bang, into the stand.
In the air for 4. No third man. We wouldn't expect one there because Sri Lanka haven't got the runs to play with. They simply have to bowl New Zealand out. They've got to have catches, but there wasn't one in that spot. Straight up. It should be out. Should be taken.
No ball.
Another no ball. Can you believe it?
No ball.
And he's walking off again. This is uncanny stuff. Get the record books out again. A low-scoring test match. It's throwing up so much stuff. Maharoof oversteps. Brian Durling calls it again. Craig Cumming gets caught again. Craig Cumming's still there.
Wow. We'll have a look at the shot. It just went straight up in the air, went for the pull shot. The umpire's arm is out. We'll get the side-on view for you very soon. And show Maharoof overstepping. Comfortable catch. Here it is.
Oh, that's gone over the top for 6. That's a magnificent pull shot. 50 partnership for New Zealand, and Craig Cumming, forget about the no ball call, forget about anything there, just admire the end result. That's close, right back there, he's trapped again. Jamie Howe goes LBW for the 2nd time in this test match, and at the moment he just simply can't buy a decent score, and Murali strikes once more.
Well, Brian Durling finally getting the finger up in the favour of the Sri Lankans. For mine, a little bit high at first, but we'll have a look at it again. It's right back on the stumps. Very straight. Jamie Howe, by missing the bat, has given Brian Durling and the Sri Lankans the opportunity to give him out, and he's gone. He's out for 11, New Zealand to 58 for 1.
Fine shot. Well, more than fine, magnificent. Beautifully played. Gap between mid-wicket and mid-on for a boundary. About gone, just a thin edge, just a little feather. You could hear it. Well, are we going to have 4 wickets in quick succession here? 66 for 2 as Craig Cumming, who has played this positive innings, if fortunate, gets a feather.
Yes, and it was the dismissal of Craig Cumming yesterday which saw the beginning of that 4 for 7 spell. I think he was dismissed for 43 on that occasion, so if you're superstitious, you wouldn't be hoping that the same thing happens as Craig Cumming departs for 43. New Zealand is 66 for 2.
Gone. Whoa. Do we have a match on? Fleming leg before. Simon Taufel raises a finger. New Zealand 66 for 3. And all of a sudden, having lost 3 wickets now in the space of just 8 runs.
As we see there, Stephen Fleming just falling over that one. And Jaminda Vas, we talked in the first innings how he'd be looking to attack the stumps of both left and right-handers. And that's exactly how we wanted to get him out.
So Fleming goes without scoring. New Zealand 66 for 3. They need 53 more. They've lost 3 wickets in quick succession. Gone. Swept straight to square leg. Well, well, well. We're having a repeat of the previous innings. Sinclair never looked settled and goes, so 68 for 4. It was 58 without loss. We've had 4 wickets falling for 10 runs.
Matthew Sinclair unable to get over the top of that, and I don't think that hit the middle of the bat either, and he just scooped it round the corner there to Sangakkara. A little bit of a soft dismissal there, and certainly one New Zealand didn't need, as Matthew Sinclair departs for 4. New Zealand 68 for 4 wickets.
Good punchy shot down the ground. Typical Nathan Astle. That breaks the tension a little bit. That's a tremendous blow. In position very early and gave it everything, Astle.
Well, it's always a dangerous ploy, cutting an off spinner, even though the off spinner does possess a doosra that goes the other way. So if you don't read him right like that, it's almost an impossible shot to hit the ball square of the wicket.
Well, that'll work. That's a very good direction behind the keeper, and that'll race away for 4 more valuable runs. Trying to hit it through point again, but he'll take it. He's been bold and courageous and aggressive, and it's paying off.
There's 23. Nathan Astle will probably say it's not the prettiest 23 he's made, but it could be one of the most valuable in the context of this match, certainly. Oh, you've got a feeling Jacob Oram had to hit it. He's going to get 4, I think. It will. It'll race away. But for a second, Vas thought he had him LBW.
And he still thinks that. He can't believe that Oram's got bat on this. He's created a leg glance from a ball or roundabout off stump.
Murley wasn't interested. In fact, Tony Jayawardeneh was the keeper.
It's the standard off break there from Jacob Oram, and Murley's been a constant threat to all left-handers in this New Zealand lineup.
He's gone the same way he went in the first innings. Nathan Astle. Well, are we to have yet another twist in this twist and turn test match? almost an identical way he went in the first innings, round the wicket. Here it is.
We see umpire Brian Jerling putting his finger up. As we see Nathan Nastel departs for 24. New Zealand now 103 for 5.
There will be appealing for everything now. Down the wicket he goes and hammers it. That's typical McCollum. That's 6. Now that's an emphatic answer to a delicate situation. With just 16 needed, he reduces it to 10 with 1 shot. New Zealand 109 for 5. They need 10 to win.
Brendan McCullum, one of the most aggressive players in world cricket. And he's just decided he's going to play his natural game here, and that's come straight out of the screws. And we go about 20 rows back.
It's a brave shot, but in this type of situation, that's what's required. Quick single, they're not alert. Should have been looking for that. Reduces the target now to 9 with that single. That could be 4. It is 4. It's a fine shot by McCullum. Reduces the target now to just 5 needed for New Zealand. They've got 5 wickets in hand. They're 114 for 5. They can smell victory.
One more, come on.
Beautiful shot here from Brendan McCullum. He's one of the few players that I know who seems to be able to hit the middle of the bat right from ball 1. He doesn't take as many balls to get in as most people, and he's already come out here and scored 10.
Now they'll be pushing for a second. Coming back for it, no. Now just a boundary away for New Zealand. And there's a man in strike now who deals in boundaries. There he goes, that's it, New Zealand have won. And as I mentioned, a batsman who deals in boundaries finishes it with a boundary. Brendan McCullum putting Murley over the top. So victory to New Zealand by 5 wickets with 2 days to spare. Hard-fought test match, low-scoring test match, fascinating test match, bizarre test match. And New Zealand have won it. With 1 more to go, here's how it was won by McCullum.
It's the old-fashioned slog sweep there from McCullum over the vacant mid-wicket area, and as we'll see here, there's a great deal of excitement and relief even in Brendan McCullum's body language after striking this boundary. There it is. New Zealand win. A very good, tight test match.
Well, having won the match, McCullum, the relief there, going to the dressing room, they'll be celebrating. And they have reason to celebrate as well, because they've had to work hard for this victory.
Well, New Zealand were going really well at 58 for no wicket, but all of a sudden they lost 4 wickets for 10 runs and plummeted to 68 for 4. But then Nathan Astle and Jacob Oram got together and just calmed things down a bit. Astle out for 24, and then McCullum came in and played a couple of swashbuckling strokes to win the match. Chaminda Vaas 2 for 33, and Murali again, he's always going to take wickets, 3 for 34 from 14 overs and 5 maidens. New Zealand then winning by 5 wickets this first test match at Christchurch.